for help.
Welcome to J Silver Presents, where we present the best in esports from your favorite players. I am joined by G2's Yike after their loss to Gen G. First of all, Yike, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so before we get to the game, I want to ask about you personally. For those who may not know, you are a rookie this year, and the fact that you are a rookie player in a tough region like the LEC, making their debut on the international stage. Walk me through, how does it feel to make such an achievement in only your first 4 or 5 months of playing professionally?
Yeah, I think I'm really happy. I feel really lucky because my team is helping me a lot with this success that I have. I think if it wasn't for G2, for the players and the staff, I would not be this good. So I'm really thankful for them helping me. And yeah, it feels amazing for me to just like skyrocket, going to LEC and then playing international MSI. I think it's really fun and I really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. You made quite the career jump going from LDLC, which is a very well-known LFL team, going to G2. Can you walk me through a little bit about what the transition was kind of like going from this to now being at MSI?
Yeah, I mean, it felt really weird because last year I was just playing in LFL, as you said, and it was really different there. I think it was, it was just really different because they did different schedule, different way. Like the bracket we have now in LEC, I really like it, and we didn't have the same in LFL, so everything was different for me. I had to live in Berlin before I lived in Lyon with LDLC, so a lot of changes happened, but I really like how it is right now. I really like living with my team and everything.
Gotcha. All right, so we do have to jump in a little bit to this Gen G game. One of the things that we've kind of been starting to see out of you specifically are some of these more carry-oriented junglers. You played Nidalee, you are known for the Belveth back in Europe. Today you ended up playing Poppy. How do you think you have kind of started to settle into the overall meta of MSI with a mix of tank champions like Poppy to carries like Nidalee?
Yeah, I mean, I don't only want to be known as the carry player because I think if you want to be the best jungler in the world, you want to be able to adapt and play different styles. And that's why I think I'm a good Poppy. I think I'm good on other champs. And yeah, it was like good Poppy games, I think. And I'm not disappointed with them. I could sure play better in all the games, but I think it's just important to be able to adapt and play different styles.
Mm-hmm. G2 today did show us a couple different styles. We saw things like the Annie, which we know is a more popular pick, all the way out to the Aurelion Sol, and you guys obviously saw not getting Nautilus banned. One of the things I do want to ask you is about the play-in stage prior to this match. Do you think playing in that initial stage kind of helped you develop a good strategy in a draft as you head into games like this one where you're up against the number 1 LCK seed?
I guess. I think it helps because we get to play more games. I don't think that's the best thing for us. But then also they can watch our games and they can see what we play. And we also don't know what they play or prepare. So that's the only downside. But overall, I think it's really good that we can play games before them and play-ins. So I'm happy with that.
Mm-hmm. Walk me through a little bit about playing against Peanut, who is he was a Worlds finalist. He semifinalist before. Without giving anything away, how did you feel playing against Peanut?
Yeah, I think I have a lot of respect for Peanut. I think he's an insane jungler, and I think I might have respected him too much. The first Nidalee game I played, I think I played too scared. I could for sure carry that game. But the next games, I didn't really care about the name. I think I just played my game, and I think I played pretty decent, even though I played versus Peanut. But he's still like really good, so of course it was hard.
Mm-hmm. And then momentum started to swing a little bit. You guys did take that 3-1. I think a lot of people did end up having G2 at least take one game off of Gen G. What do you think is important for an LEC team like yourselves to ultimately take down the Giants in LCK? Do you think it's more of a draft strategy, or do you think it's more of a in-game decision? Again, without giving anything away.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of both. I think we are good at drafting and we can for sure out-draft them. And also in game, I think the decision-making we are doing can be really good sometimes. I think we're a really creative team. And I think the creativity that we have is like the biggest advantage we have that we can use to take the games from the Koreans and the Chinese players. But overall, yeah, I think just creativity, and I think we're an aggressive team as well. And I like that. I like to play aggressive because I think that's also a really big way to win the games versus them.
Mm-hmm. Pivoting a little bit, we talked a little earlier about you don't necessarily want to be known as the carry player, but we have been seeing a mix of styles. We've seen the Nidalee from you. We've seen Kazakhs make an appearance at Worlds in general. How do you feel about the overall state of the jungle meta in MSI?
I actually really like this meta. I think it's really fun. I get to play Nidalee. I can do the Kazakhs games. I did Viego as well today, and I still have more champs to show, and it's just a really nice meta for me, I think, and I'm really excited to keep playing.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like there's, without giving anything away personally, I know you have your own style, but do you feel like there's one particular jungle champion that's better than the rest?
I mean, I think Nidalee is pretty strong right now. It was like we didn't first pick it, but we picked it early, and we also banned it, and they also picked it early. So I think it's gonna be a contested pick, Nidalee, and we're probably gonna see a lot more of her.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's look at the rest of the MSI. Obviously, as we've seen, MSI went through a complete rehaul of their format. You guys are going to head down into the losers bracket, I believe, versus the loser of T1 or MAD. So this could be a rematch, or it could be a redemption story. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about entering the losers bracket? Do you feel like this is an opportunity for you guys to further prove yourselves, or do you think it's going to be more of an uphill battle?
I really like the loser bracket. I think it's really good that they added it for the MSI, and I think it's good for us. I think it's going to be nice to just reset and play versus another team that lost, so it's going to be different, and I think we're going to be able to get the momentum after winning in the loser bracket, which I hope we do, and if we get the momentum, I think we can be really scary.
Mm-hmm. Who would you rather face more, T1 or MAD?
Probably MAD Lions. I think they should be a bit easier than T1 to play against.
Mm-hmm. All right. Pivoting away from that, I do want to ask a little more about just your overall goals at MSI. I know as a rookie, there's a lot of potential you have to prove yourself. What would you say your number one goal is here at MSI?
Yeah, I mean, as you said, I think I really want to prove myself to be one of the best youngsters in the world. I want to show that I can beat these Chinese and Korean youngsters, and I want to be able to just win MSI, lift the trophy, like we did, like G2 did in 2019. So I just want to show that I can beat them, and that we can, or that Europe can win.
Mm-hmm. You face off against a world-class jungler in Peanut. There are several more junglers out there. Who would you like to face?
I would be really excited to face Kanavi or Owner. I think they're really good youngsters as well, and they can have the same playstyle as me. They like to play the carry champs, so I think that could be a really fun matchup to play.
Mm-hmm. One question I do want to ask, a little outside the box, is obviously wearing the G2 jersey, they had a little bit of a partnership with Batman. You have the Joker's design, but obviously you may have the Joker on there, but I'm curious, do you have a favorite superhero or supervillain?
I mean, I do think Joker is like a pretty cool supervillain, and also, I mean, I really like Batman as well. I think it's cool, Joker, Batman, and they're also rivalries. So I guess these two are kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. I do have to ask though, are you a DC fan or a Marvel fan?
I have to say DC. Of course, DC.
Good answer. Finally. No, I have no side in this argument. Finally, you have a lot of fans all over the world, and a lot of eyes are on you as a player. So I do want to ask: is there anything you'd like to say to your fans across of G2 in Europe, all over the world?
Yeah, I mean, I just really want to thank all of the fans that's cheering for me and my team. Really hope you keep supporting us, even in the loser bracket, and we're gonna try our best to make you guys proud of us. Thank you.
All right, but that's all the questions I have. Yike, it was an honor and a privilege to speak with you, and I'm looking forward to seeing how you do in the rest of the stage.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For help.